Closed guard passing. We showed number 1, so this is number 2. Just happened to be the order I learned them, the order I teach them. So number 2 is going to look like very similar to number 1 initially. So we're going to be here, kind of same rules, popping up, controlling the pants or the hips, either way you want. Here, got that weight coming down to control his hips. Put one knee in the middle. I'm going to step up. I'm doing the same guard break. Sit my butt to my feet. Push this down. We talked about the importance of the grip. If I'm here and he straightens this leg, I lose it. If I'm here and he straightens the leg, he can't. He tries to straighten it. I got a better grip. He's going through my hand. So the weak spot's up. So he tries to go up. I can follow. So that's why I turn my hand this way. You can pass this way until it doesn't work. This way is a little safer, more controlling way. Now you can come inside your body here. My body type, I swim behind. Swim it over, shoulder to the knee pit. Now I'm going to keep my shoulders parallel as I come up. I'm on my knee, and I'm going to dig my toes. I like this grip here. I'm going to put my sternum over his sternum. Here. His butt is off the ground. I don't care if his knee touches. Most people can't, but Sam's real flexible and long. So I'm going to, his butt and back are off. He can't move his hips. I'm going to circle. He's going to post to my hip. So I can't do number 1. Push this leg to the ground if it's not already on the ground. Change directions. I'm going to slide my knee through, right here. Knee on the ground, foot on the ground, above his knee. If I slide below the knee, he can pull the knee out because he still has his knee joint and re-guard. If I come through here, can you pull that knee out now?
No.
Not going to happen. So now I got a kind of a knee cut, start of a pass right here. Now I need to finish it and get to side control. I'm going to take this hand and dive deep under his head. And to do so, I got to sacrifice this up. I can't, if I go deep here, that's not deep enough for where I need to go. I want my fipple, elbow pit, in the back, line up with the spine. And to go that deep, I'm going to turn my shoulders perpendicular to his, which means this is going to fall off my shoulder to land in my elbow pit. So here, boom. So deep I go. If this falls off, I'm not worried about it. Shoulder pressure in his face. If he's looking away from me, he can't shrimp away from me. Right? No, you can't.
No.
And you can put as much weight as you need to on his face to make that happen. I'm being nice now, so that's what I like Sam. This leg is going to high leg back to here. If you can come around, you'll see my butt is not touching the ground. I still have this leg pinned. Foot on one side, knee on the other. My butt's not here. It takes the weight off, right, Sam?
Yeah.
Here, it's not. This foot knee's going to come in as I drop my knee up, this out at the same time. Here, I push his legs this way. I'm in a perfect side control position. People always say, what if he grabs your legs, or arm with his legs? I don't really worry about that. I got a nasty choke I do when he does that. But it's really pretty safe. There's a long chance arm bar. If you leave it here and let him play long enough, he can find it. But it's not high percentage. So as soon as he starts doing that, I bring my elbow to me here, and I normally can get out. They can hold it for a pull or two, but if a couple pulls, I'm going to saw my elbow to or past the fulcrum and back to me. So if he's squeezing tight, a couple of these, I can get through. Most guys don't fight it, especially that wearing a cup. It's uncomfortable after a couple saws, and you get that arm out pretty quickly. So I'm going to show it again. We're here. The guard breaks into the same as the number 1. Jump up, pin the hips. We're here, pin the hips. You got to have weight. Right now, if I just sit back like this, I can move his hips side to side. That's not going to work for me. It's not going to fly. So I need to pin his hips. Now can you move him side to side?
Nope.
I do that by bringing my hips up closer to my knee. I don't want to be above my knee or in front of my knee, but very close. I'm not way back. I'm coming up so I can lean my weight forward like a guy on a pommel horse. Get ready to do my dismount or something. So here, pin his hips. Slide one knee out, one knee to the middle. Step up 45-degree angle. Sit my butt back to my foot that's on the ground. That's making me longer than his inseam, as long as you control the hips. If I don't control the hips and sit back, you end up here. And guys are like, oh, get him out with my elbows. That's not gonna work. I'll hold you all day long just to spite your stupid elbow push. You may bruise me, you're not gonna break my guard. Here, here, make sure you keep those away. Here, push, rotate your fingers down, swim under, and here's another key. You gotta get your shoulder to the knee pit. A lot of guys start passing here. Pull my shoulder at the knee pit. I reach up, try to get this as deep as I can. I'm pinning this to the ground. Once I get to the end of my knee, now I don't care if this comes up, I just track it. I track it so if he tries to throw it up and do something crazy, I know I go double unders and protect myself. Dig my toe, sternum over sternum. His button backer off the ground. I circle, he's blocking. Pin that leg. Sometimes it's not there, you have to push it down. Change direction, slide my knee above my arm, above his knee to the ground. Knee on the ground, foot on the ground. This hand's gonna dive deep, elbow deep behind his head. To do so, I have to turn my shoulders perpendicular, and I'm gonna lose this leg, which is okay. So here, shoulder pressure in his face. I don't care about this. If I lose it all together, I can still pass. I normally keep it here so I can control his hips when I pass. High leg back, butt off the ground, driving that shoulder pressure in his face. Knee replaces your foot. I push this forward, and then saw my elbow back if I need to get it. And I'm in the ideal 100 kilo position to start my attack game from side control, 100 kilo position. So that's our guard pass number 2. Second move I learned 15 years ago in Jiu-Jitsu. Still used to this day. So check it out. It's a real effective pass.